A lot of volatility returning to the market. A lot of people asking whether or not it's going to still be a bumpy road ahead. I mean, is this signaling a bottom in any way to you?
It's hard to say whether this is really it in terms of market stabilizing, but I think what's really very encouraging is that it seems like today markets started focusing on fundamentals once again. It was all about the positive macro data coming out of the U.S., earnings season being relatively supportive. And a lot of that had been really ignored for most of the week. So I think at this point it's encouraging because we're seeing the market focus on the important things that ultimately are the value drivers.
Some headwinds out there. You know, look, nothing's really changed. Yes, we got a little bit of positive data today, but we still have the overhang of Europe, obviously. We still have fears of disinflation and deflation. I mean, disinflation is quite real in Europe and even here. You know, Janet Yellen talking about income inequality in Boston today. Her big concern is that we're just not seeing enough increase in wages to really justify us all feeling better, at least her feeling better enough about the economy to raise rates. How do you put your money into a market right now when there's these kinds of headwinds out there?
Well, I think that the point about wages is something which is very important for the Feds because there it's all about the tightness in the labor market. I think as investors, ultimately, we have to be focused on two things. One is where valuations are. And right now I would argue that we are in the middle of a fair value range. If you look at...
We're not cheap, we're just fair.
We're fair. You look at price-earnings ratios, they're in line with averages.
Except in tech.
Well, you have always some differences in different parts of the market. Even in tech, it's I think the tech sector overall is not expensive. You just have some pockets that are very specific. But overall, fair valuations, and ultimately, it's the growth outlook that matters. And here, certainly as far as the U.S. is concerned, we don't see any evidence that the economy is slowing. There were some concerns with the retail numbers on Wednesday. I think some of the more recent data points later in the week ultimately show that that was just one thing. And I think ultimately what matters is that we will see growth in the economy and earnings.
We hope.